Hey guys, what's up? Scottish Duck here once again. Right, this is the second video in my redoing of, my collection and shit. And I'm doing this the same night I did the Sega Saturn one, and I thought, okay, let's do something pretty tough, okay? Maybe not the PS3, actually, that'll be the hardest. Look at all these fucking PS3 games. Now, we're gonna do Mega Drive now. Yeah, all the games, they get kept down here at this bottom shelf. I have a bunch of them that are like in the box. I have a few that are loose. And I know that I recently surpassed 100 Mega Drive games, which was a big deal for me. Like, I don't know, that was just like a little goal I set for myself. I want to get 100 Mega Drive games. It took a while, but I finally did it. And we're going to go through 100 Mega Drive games right now. I'm going to try and not like spend like 2 minutes talking about per game, alright? I don't want... My voice still hurts. Okay, so let's begin, shall we? I'll go through my loose ones first, and I'm quite gutted that I happen to own these loose, but yeah. Here's Sonic and Knuckles and Sonic 3. Sonic 3 and Knuckles, you know? It's like my second favourite game of all time, behind Shenmue, and yeah, it's just... What the fuck am I supposed to say? What the fuck can I say? It's Sonic 3 and Knuckles, alright? Just there. In fact, I'll say this, Sega. This, like, bullshit that you're going through, where you can, like, add this game to gaming compilations, you can't use the music from it because of some sort of legal issue, sort that. Get that sorted pronto. Right. Next up we have Landstalker. What's this? The full title is Landstalker, The Treasures of the Knoll King. This is a really good game. I kind of think it's in the same vein as Wonder Boy, you know, a sort of like Metroidvania-esque game, but it's not 2D, it's isometric, and therefore the combat's a little bit clunky, but it's from the same makers of like Dark Savior for the Saturn, Illbleed and Blue Stinger for the Dreamcast, and it's really good. I enjoyed this more than I thought I was going to, if I'm honest. It's just like a really funny game, you know, dungeons are good, nice and challenging, and yeah, I like this one a lot. So it's also on the Mega Drive Classics collection. I'm not going to say that about every game, I'll be here all day, but you can play it on that if you want to, and I would highly recommend it. Next, oh fuck this, right, okay. This is Pulse Man. Okay, now this is an incredibly fucking shitty reproduction cart that I thought I was being smart and got off of eBay or something. And it technically works. I can put this in my Mega Drive and it plays the game, but the graphics are all kind of glitchy. Like, the bottom part of the screen plays the top part of the screen, and it just looks like crap. And yeah, kind of regret buying this one. Which is a shame because I love this game. It's made by Game Freak, the fucking Pokemon guys, and never got out of Japan, sadly. Even though it is a total, like, it fits into that realm of, like, 90s platformers perfectly, you know? So, yeah, Pulse Man, love it. Okay. I paid 50 pence for this. This is a Mystic Defender. Now, Mystic Defender, this is just like a... How should you describe this? It's a platformer, and it's also sort of like a run and gun, but a lot more slower pace, because you don't use guns, you use magic. You're just making your way through the level as you're like trying to like zap as many enemies as you can with said magic. It's alright. It's alright. Really gotta get through these quickly, goddammit. Oh, Golden Axe 2. Can't say I've properly sat down and played this. Can't say I've properly sat down and played any Golden Axe other than the original, actually. So, not too much to say on this one, I'm afraid. Fuck. Streets of Rage 2. I'm so gutted I don't own the box for this, and can I be honest with you guys, right? I just got done talking about Golden Axe there. See, like, the beat-em-up genre, your Golden Axes, your Final Fights, your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, all of that, right? I'm not that big into them, but I am extremely biased with Streets of Rage, okay? Especially this one, and the first one as well. Not so much the third one. It's like, the genre might as well not exist, because this game exists to me. Like, I know how selfish that is, I know how much I'm disregarding so much other great games, but that really is how I feel and how much I fucking love Streets of Rage, guys. Top 5 Mega Drive games without a doubt. So, that's a thing. Okay, oh, this cartridge. Look how fucked up this cartridge is. There's cracks in that. But this is Tiny Toon Adventures for the Mega Drive. I think this is one of my favourites. I love this game. It's a really fun 2D platformer. A lot of the Tiny Toon games are really fun, actually. Okay, what's this? Altered Beast, a classic. Interestingly enough, and I have this for a few games. Look at this cartridge. Genesis. Alright, and this works alright on my European Mega Drive, so everywhere you look, people say that the Mega Drive isn't region free, but in my experience it totally fucking is. I don't know, that's weird, but yeah, Golden Axe. It's a classic. Debatably, not a very good one. Can't say I've ever beaten not Golden Axe, Altered Beast, but yeah, there it is. Next we have, Gunstar Heroes. There's a lot of my favourite Mega Drive games I don't have the case for. It's upsetting, but yeah, Gunstar Heroes, one of the most definitive running gun games. You know, almost I almost have the same feeling towards this as I do Streets of Rage, in that the rest of the genre. Actually, that's not really true. I just really like this game. Run and gun, awesome stuff. Gunstar Heroes. Shinobi 3. In fact, I think I also have loose. Yes, I do. Here's Revenge of Shinobi as well. I prefer Shinobi 3, okay? A lot of people really do prefer Revenge of Shinobi. I think it's amazing as well, but I think this one's a bit better. I don't know, I just like the moves that you can do in this game a little bit more. It's not as hard, in my opinion, and it just makes for an overall more pleasant experience, you know? But not knocking this one at all. I love this one too, but Shinobi 3, just a little bit better. Okay. Another World, or Out of This World, or Outer World, depending on where the fuck you come from, has been released on pretty much literally everything. But this is how I experienced it on the Mega Drive. I'm also quite a big fan of Flashback as well. But yeah, this is kind of the game that started that whole cinematic platformer phase, so yeah, Another World. Rise of the Robots. It's fucking shit. Here we go, Streets of Rage 1. Again, this cartridge is really banged up. So is my Streets of Rage 2 cartridge. I really should just buy another copy. Like, I love these games enough to warrant fucking having physical copies. I just do, so really should look into that. Right, this is Mortal Kombat. I don't know what one it is, but yeah, just regular Mortal Kombat. The end label's kind of like banged up there. I think I got this like super cheap out of somewhere. Can't say I've ever really gotten that much into it, but it's there. I probably picked it up because of the whole controversy with the fact that that version has blood and shit. I don't know. Alright, here's Sonic Spinball. I don't like this game, guys. It's a game from my childhood, as is the case with most Sonic games, but this one, not as fond. Not as fond. No worry. Okay. X-Men, really good game. Not played as much as I want to, and I know that the sequel is considered a lot better. But yeah, I got it there anyway. And my last loose game, what one's this? Flicky! Classic game? Question mark? I don't know, maybe if it was for the Master System, but it's on here, so yeah. It's fucking Flicky. Stick to Sonic, my little blue friend, right. Let's get to these. Fucking hell. I'll just pull it out and start going ham with it then, shall I? Okay, speaking of Shinobi, here we have Shadow Dancer. What's the full title? Shadow Dancer, The Secret of Shinobi. It took me a while to get round to this game, and even then, I've not played it as much as I would like to. I actually started playing it on the Mega Drive Classics collection that came out there, because I'd never really properly sat down and played before. Other than like maybe one instance, and I played it for like 5 minutes. I'm like, a Shinobi game where you die in one hit? Fuck this. But the game is definitely built around that, okay? And I really just love the mechanic of like the dog that you have basically, and yeah, it doesn't feel quite like Revenge of Shinobi or Shinobi 3. It definitely has a more spin-off-y feel to it, but it's good. It's really good. Okay, I can't wait to play more of it. Right. What the fuck is this? Soleil? I think this is called something else in America, and I can't remember what the fuck it's called in America. But, yeah, it's, I only know about this game because apparently it's like a massive, like, Link to the Past ripoff, even down to, like, its art style. Like, you totally won't be able to see that, but the screenshots just look identical to Link to the Past, you know, it's quite laughable, honestly. But apparently it's good too, so I do want to give it a shot. Just need to get round to that. Okay. Elisa Dragoon, another game I have not played much of. Fuck, I'm gonna be like this for most of this video, aren't I? Apparently you play as some lassie, uses magic. It looked really good, and you hear good things about it, so yeah. Need to get round to that, goddammit. Chuck Rock 2, Son of Chuck. Not a fan. I don't know, I didn't dig it that much. Story of 4, also known as Beyond Oasis in America. I couldn't really get into this one. Like, I don't know, I was just like wandering about the overworld trying to find something to do, and it took me like a while to find anything, and I was just like, am I really digging this? And yeah, I kind of like gravitated away from it. Maybe I'm not giving it a fair enough chance, but as of now, I'm not the biggest fan of Story of Thor. Dick Tracy, never seen the film, but I heard this game was good, so I thought I'd pick it up. So, yeah. Okay. Dynamite Heady. Now, funny story with this game. I've owned this game for years, and I've always tried to get into it because it is really beloved. A lot of people really like Dynamite Heady. But every time I played it, I don't know, I just wasn't grabbed by it. And I think what it was is that because Heady here can shoot his head in 8 directions and pull himself towards it, I just always looked at it and thought, you know what, I'd just rather play Rystar. And I would just go play Rystar, which is one of my favourites. But just recently I sort of sat down with myself, okay, I'm going to play this game and I'm going to get it, you know? So I stuck with it, I got a good few levels in. I didn't actually beat it, I got to the very end too, but it gets really bullshit near the end, you know, really hard. But I did stick with it to the end, and I did learn the patterns of bosses. I did I got patient with it, and you know what? This is actually a really good game. I can see that now. It took a while for me to see it, but yeah, Dynamite Heady, I do recommend it for sure. What else we got here? Right. Thunder Force 2. I've been trying to get into the Thunder Force games recently. I've had this one for years, and it's an alright 2D shooter. I don't really like the sort of not 3D, but the 2D segments that aren't auto-scrolling, aren't traditional 2D. It's sort of an overhead thing, and you have to destroy everything on the map, because I spend forever on those levels, and yeah, it kind of diminishes my enjoyment a little bit, but otherwise it's pretty good. Fatal Labyrinth. This one's not very good. It's just a really... what am I saying? I've not even played it that much, but I know enough that I don't like it, so... Joy. Wonder Boy Monsterland. Here's a game I do really enjoy. I love the Wonder Boy games a lot, you know. There's a few of them on the Mega Drive, and this one is really good. Shoutouts to Monster World 4 for the Mega Drive, which was a game released only in Japan, but we did get an official translation for PS3, and also one on the Wii Virtual Console as well. I own both versions of that game, and that is my favourite Wonder Boy game. I love it to death, but this might be a close second. Actually, there's that new like Monster Boy game that just came out for the Switch. That one's really good. That may have overtaken it. I don't know, but there you go. Wonder Boy in Monsterland. Here's one of my favourites. Decap Attack. You play as Chuck D. Head, and he chucks his head at enemies, and it's just like really, I love the style of this game, I love the music. It's just a really fun game. Okay, kind of like one of those things that defines the Mega Drive for me, if I'm honest. You know, it sounds weird to say that because I didn't actually even grow up with this game, but yeah, Chuck D. Head, so weird but so good. Right, I really got to be careful how I'm stacking these. I don't want Mega Drive games to fall all over. We've still got so much to get through. Forgotten Worlds. I remember I picked this game up because characters from this game were featured in Project Cross Zone. How many times have I said that on this channel? That game really made me buy a lot of games from like Sega, Namco, and Konami, didn't it? Capcom. Sega, Namco, Capcom. Konami's not in there, thankfully. But yeah, it's again a game I've not played too much of, but it's definitely got like a unique control system where you hit the A and the C buttons to rotate your character, and then you hit like the B button to attack. At least if I'm remembering correctly, that's how it controlled. But other than that, it's got like a really nice style. I remember I bought this around the same time as like that Elisa Dragoon game. And I put a bit more time into this than Elisa Dragoon, but still not as much as I'd like to. But yeah, Forgotten Worlds. Need to get back to it. Right. Last Battle, i.e. that game based on Fist of the North Star that they decided to bring over here but not call it Fist of the North Star, they called it Last Battle. A lot of people really don't like this game. I thought it was okay. It wasn't anything brilliant, but I stuck with it a little bit. Watching the guys blow up is quite fun, so yeah. Last Battle. Comic Zone. I don't know if I love or hate this game, right? Actually, I'm pretty sure I love it, but it's so hard. I've never beaten Comic Zone. I remember like years ago when I first got this game, I would spend like days trying to beat it. I would even like be a scumbag and turn to emulation and try and like figure out the best routes and like save as much health as possible to get through the game. I could never do it. It was so hard. But everything else about this game is so immaculate and so like stylish and just screams that era of Mega Drive, you know? It's hard to hate. It's really hard to hate. So yeah, Comic Zone. James Pond 2. I think I've got this game on the Master System as well. I did a Let's Play of this game, so yeah, it's, you know, I did a Let's Play of it, but I can't say I even know it that well. I don't know, it's just a fun little game to play, to be fair. With a lot of, like, advertisements for Penguin biscuits, but that was the norm back then, I suppose. But, you know, I'm not gonna whack it. It's a good game. James Pond 2, Operation Robocod. What have we got now? Lion King. It was weird to see this suddenly released on Steam, actually. I guess because a lot of people obviously did play it back in the day, myself included. I guess it was just that sort of like nostalgic hotspot, wasn't it? So, yeah, Lion King. Castlevania, the new generation, also known as Castlevania Bloodlines. I want to like this game, guys. I really do. But older Castlevania games are so hard to love for me, okay? I hate fucking getting hit. Going back like a full meter and dying, okay? When that happens to me in any game, I'm just like... I'm sorry. It's so much about it to love, even if they did take the blood out of it. But, okay. Talmud's Adventure. I love this game. It's by Namco. You just play as some guy in a theme park trying to save his girlfriend while rescuing fairies. The music's really nice. It's just got... I just really like it. I'd recommend it. Running out of things to say. World of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck. A really, really good co-op game, and just also a really good platformer as well. There was a lot of very good Disney games on the Mega Drive. We've got more to come, as a matter of fact, but this is one of the best, I'd say. Okay. Kid Chameleon. This game is... I don't think I like it that much. Like, it's just so... I don't like the way that the guy controls. It just doesn't, like, get me that hard. I apologize if I looked at my phone there. That's how uninterested I am in this game. But there's a part of me that thinks, no, Donald, you've not given it a proper chance yet. Look how cool the guy on the cover is. I don't know. Okay, next up. Restart. One of my all-time favourites. Love that game. Rocket Knight Adventures. That's probably my favourite non-Sonic Mega Drive game of all time. Really cool, good ones all of a sudden. Aladdin, I remember I had this, and I also had the Super Nintendo Aladdin as well when I was a kid. I liked the Super Nintendo one more, but I still put a lot of time into this. It was hard though, it was really hard. But yeah, and it's actually the best-selling Mega Drive game that isn't Sonic. It just blows my mind, that. We got Thunder Force 4. I just picked this up because I saw it on the Switch, like the Sega Ages version, so I felt like, you know what, I'm gonna own this for the Mega Drive. And it's hard. It's Thunder Force, this one, like, I could get fairly far in Thunder Force 2, but I can't beat like one level in this, even on the Switch with its fucking easy mode. I'm shy. I'm really shy. Right. Road Rash, still not popped this in, but I hear a lot of good things about Road Rash. A lot of people really like this, so yeah. Global Gladiators, i.e. the McDonald's branded game. A friend of mine gave me this. I'm pretty sure he was trying to be nice, but it's like, here, you can take this for your collection. I'm like, cheers! You know, look at that. Cleaned and tested, 100% guaranteed. If only you could say that about McDonald's food. Okay. Super Fantasy Zone. This is one of my favourite Fantasy Zone games out there. You know, mind you, you've really only got the original, and like, you've got every other game is kind of just a variation of that, you know? So it really just comes down to what you are most familiar with, and I may have played this the most out of like all the Fantasy Zone games. Maybe not. Well, the original's obviously well travelled. You find it a lot of like compilations and the like, so maybe that one's probably the one I've played the most, but I think I would prefer to play this one. I really like it. Okay, Micro Machines 2. I think this was a game of my childhood. No, wait, it wasn't this one. It was the original Micro Machines, which I think I have somewhere. Bonanza Brothers, amazing co-op game. Love this one. And again, it's a Genesis copy, but it works just fine on my Mega Drive. Weird, but yeah. Strider. This is one of my big favourites as well for the Mega Drive. Although I must confess, I went back to it recently, and it was kicking my arse. Like, I had to like learn it all over again. And even then, I didn't get anywhere near to the end. Should really pick an afternoon to like try and get through this again, you know, because I really did love it a lot when I first picked it up. Okay. Here we have Monster Lair Wonder Boy 3, not to be confused with fucking... where is it? Wonder Boy in Monsterland, and not to be confused with Wonder Boy 3, the Dragon's Trap for the Master System. This is what I mean when I say Wonder Boy is so hard to fucking follow. And this isn't even a Metroidvania game, it's pretty much like a shoot-'em-up game, almost, this one. It's good, I like it, but yeah, it's definitely the oddball of the Wonder Boy series, even more so than the fucking first one, which is just like Adventure Island, you know, so, yeah. I don't think we're even halfway through, guys. Shining in the Darkness. Not played this one. I have every intention of getting round to it because I love the Shining series a lot, but this one is not a turn-based strategy, it's a dungeon crawler game just like Shining in the Holy Ark for the Saturn was. Toe Jam and Earl, Panic on Funkatron. I grew up with this, and I do really like it. In hindsight, though, I'd say it's more or less just sort of an okay platformer than something that's like really good. And the reason for that is I played the original Toe Jam era, but we'll come to that in a second. Oh my god, there's a whole section right behind me that I've not got to yet. Phantasy Star 3. I tried to play this just recently, guys. Okay, I played through all the other Phantasy Stars. When the first one came out on the Switch, I actually picked up the Mega Drive Classics collection for the Switch, and I played through Phantasy Star 2, technically for the first time, and then I played through 4. And I sort of skipped this, but I thought, you know what, I really should go back and try it. I can. It's too different, and I'm just like, I'm old and moody, and I don't want to... Sorry. Right. What's next we got here? Phantasy Star 4. Whenever I do that, that's pretty much just me saying it's one of my all-time favourites. And it is. Phantasy Star 4 is fucking brilliant. E-Squad. This game's alright. I quite like this game. Kind of like Dynamite Eddie, though, it gets like really bullshit near the end. You know, you basically play as this cop who like upgrades into like RoboCop or something. And yeah, I dig it. You know, it's like mainly the sort of like first half of the game where it's not bullshit. But even near the end, I remember I spent a lot of time trying to learn the ins and outs and like trying to beat the game. I didn't in the end, but it's still fun. I like it. Okay, Phantasy Star 2. I played this game a good few years ago, but I never like properly sat down to beat it, and I recently beat it for the very first time on the Mega Drive Classics collection. Overall, really good game, but it might be one of the most difficult and cryptic games I've ever played, okay? Like, usually when I play a Phantasy Star game, I've got a walkthrough. You know, like, I think you can enjoy a game just fine when you've got a walkthrough at the side if you get stuck or whatever. You pretty much need a walkthrough for this, and even when you've got a walkthrough, it's still hard. Not just because battles are hard, but navigating the fucking dungeons. The dungeons are, like, cruel. Really. But, again, overall, I did like it. So, yeah, Phantasy Star 2. I wasn't gonna dislike a Phantasy Star game, I suppose. I feel like I'm pulling these games. Never mind. Golden Axe 1, the only Golden Axe that I really like, but it's the only one that I've given a proper chance, to be fair. It's a classic, you can't whack it. But but compared to Streets of Rage, it's fairly low on the list. Like, I prefer Streets of Rage immensely, is what I'm saying, but I still like this. What's this one? Shining Force 1. I love the Shining Force games to death. This one is kind of the weakest to me for one sole reason, and that sole reason being, it's a very specific thing. But when you level up in this game, in the second half of the game, I should say, the stats that you get are completely random, and it's actually encouraged to fucking like reload saves. Like, if you level up and say you only get, like, 1 point to your strength or whatever, there was always this thing in the back of my mind, no, I'll reload the save, and then I would level up again, maybe I would get, like, 9 points to my strength. It's like, this game's fucking broken. But, yeah, it's still really good. Shining Force. Gain Ground. This one's actually coming to Sega Ages fairly soon. And, if I'm honest, this is a game that... I don't know, I felt like it got kind of repetitive. Like, I got a good few levels in, but I just wasn't that compelled to, like, stick with it for a good while. I'll pick it up on Sega Ages, mainly because I'm pretty much gonna buy every Sega Ages, if I'm honest. Maybe I'll find, like, a new love for it there. I mean, it's not bad. The music's catchy and all that, so, yeah. Gain Ground. Right. We're on the second half of, like... Because, like, it's fucking, like, games in front of games. Now I'm at the back bit. Okay, still so much to do. Earthworm Jim. I really like this game. It's amazing. It's Earthworm Jim. I gotta zoom through these guys. I'm so sorry. What do we got here? Alex Kidd Miracle World. It was a game from my childhood. I like it. It's not the best thing, but I like it. Biohazard Battle. I feel like I need to play this game more. I feel like this is a game I really could enjoy. I played it for like a little bit on the Mega Drive Classics collection, but I've not sat down to play it properly here. I accidentally bought 2 copies of this as well. Like, I forgot I had a copy. That's kind of how much I haven't really been paying attention to it, so yeah. Wrestle War. This game's not very good, but it was a game from my childhood, so it's here. Toy Story. This game's actually fucking amazing, okay? Again, nostalgia kind of like takes precedence, but it looks brilliant. It's really well controlled. It's by Traveller's Tales, who is actually a really nostalgic company for me, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I like this game. Speaking of Traveller's Tales, Sonic 3D Blast. Now, unlike Sonic Spinball, this was like the questionable Sonic release for the Mega Drive that I actually liked. I really love this game, guys. I love its music. I think it's like gameplay, while it's not very Sonic-esque, it's still very fun. And yeah, I think it's pretty underrated if I'm honest. Sonic 3D Blast, love it. Virtua Racing with the wonderful SVP chip, so the cartridge is really fucking big, so you can play 3D models on your Mega Drive, just like how Star Fox did that back in the day. For the Super Nintendo, that is. Sonic the Hedgehog 2. You know the drill by now. Castle of Illusion. Actually, I want to talk about this. This is really good. Like, I used to have like a double pack of this game and Donald Duck Quackshaw, which is in here somewhere, you'll see. It's just really good. Mickey Mouse games were the shit on the Mega Drive. They were so good. Space Harrier 2. Love Space Harrier. Not really giving this a proper try, but a lot of people say it's kind of shit. Like, it's not a very good sequel, I should say. So my viewpoint on it is kind of like went there, and this box art's fucking atrocious. But I should sit down and really give it a go, if I'm honest. Give it a proper chance. Zool. Wasn't even aware I owned this. Zool. There's my boiler going. Echo the Dolphin. I like Echo, you know. I accept him for his flaws. Look at him. He's a fucking dolphin, you know. He could be, like, if this game was made today, he'd be chewing on all the plastic. Like, how can you say no to that, you know? Mickey Mania. This might be my favourite Mickey Mouse game. I really don't know, but it's really good. Traveller's Tales again. Yeah, fucking, like, Toy Story, Sonic 3D Blast, Sonic R, this. You know, Traveller's Tales, they just, like, they had such a big part of my childhood. You know, they really did. Actually, oh wait, was this Traveller's Tales? Oh fuck, don't have a brain fart now, Donald. Okay, let's just move on. Before I make an arse of myself even more. Okay. Sword of Vermilion, a Yu Suzuki game. I've actually never played it. Should really get around to that at some point. You know, pulling all these out, it's actually kind of baffling me how much I've just not played some of them. You know, like, I love the Mega Drive so much. I really, maybe I need like a summer, just like I did with the Saturn at some point, and get around to some of these. There's Galaxy Force 2, the Mega Drive version. I remember I picked this up on the 3DS. Wonderful game, I love it. Very addictive, very slick. Yeah, this Mega Drive version's alright, you know, but I'd rather play the arcade version. I really want to pick this up on the Sega Saturn, actually. That'll be interesting. I think it was only released in Japan there. Toe Jam and Earl, right? This is like something I only discovered fairly recently, because I only knew Toe Jam and Earl through Panic and Funkatron. You know, it's the fucking 2D platformer. I didn't know it was a sort of like rogue style game where you're like going for all these randomly generating dungeons, and RNG is your biggest ally and your worst enemy. You know, a game like this would like excel on Twitch or something. I feel like, you know? I really want to play it on Twitch at some point, actually. Like, we have the new one coming out this year, the new ToeJam and Earl, which is going to draw from this game rather than Panic on Funkatron. I'm definitely going to be giving that a look, but yeah, ToeJam and Earl, the original, brilliant game, honestly. I can't believe how long it took me to play it. Really can't. Right, Gods. I have no idea what this game is, but it's from my childhood and I never got far at it. This would actually be a perfect game to just like play again and see if I can actually beat it now, because it was such a big part of my childhood. I'm going to put this to the side actually and try just that. Just you wait. Okay. The same friend that gave me the fucking McDonald's game gave me this, okay? I take it back. He's definitely taking the piss. Like one. Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, which I only learned after playing fucking Sonic Mania that this was actually Puyo Puyo, you know? In fact, if I'm being honest, I didn't really know what Puyo Puyo was up until like a year ago or something. I didn't fully comprehend it. But now I do, and I would say I'm a pretty decent fan of Puyo Puyo. So I actually want to go back and properly beat this, you know? It's just Puyo Puyo, but it's fucking Robotnik, you know? I think I would really be into it now. Zero Wing, I own this game, yep. It's not very good. For those of you who don't know, this was the All Your Base Are Belong to Us game. That's pretty much this one's claim to fame. Yeah. Splatterhouse 2, classic game, very gory, kind of set off the ESRB in a lot of ways. What's this? Let's read the warning message. Warning, this game contains scenes depicting graphic violence which may not be suitable for younger players. Look how tiny that warning is. You can't even see it on this camera. Okay. Fuck. I was talking about Mickey Mouse games and how they're all really good. Fantasia. They can't all be gems, damn it. Okay. Ah, yeah. Now, Jungle Strike, I have all three of these, and these were games that I had when I was younger, or played at friends' houses or something, and they were always just games that you popped in and didn't really follow any objectives. You were just happy to be flying a helicopter, and whenever you shot something, it was always like good, you know? So I can't say I played this one that much. Or any of them, really. There was three of them, and I think I've got all three. Hang on a minute. Quackshot, another like game of my childhood that I love to death. But it's Donald Duck instead of Mickey Mouse. But that doesn't matter. It's good shit. Arrow Flash. This is a 2D shooter game that not too many people talk about, I don't think, and it's a really, really good one. I like this game a lot. I love its graphics. I love its its sort of style. It's got like it's got like this really cool opening, and I just thought, wow, that's really nice, you know. And yeah, other than that, it's not like the most unique game. It really is just sort of like a 2D shooter. But I really like it. You know, it's pretty much all there is to it. You know, I wish I could get into Thunder Force as much as I'm into this game. Ranger X, another excellent game. You play as like this mech, you can go down on the ground, you're pretty much a transformer, honestly, and you've got like all these different levels. The levels do consist of like defeating every enemy, which is a bit annoying, but okay. The music's really good, and it just like plays wonderfully. It looks amazing as well. There's some really good like 3D effects, like that just screams late into its life Mega Drive. Even though this wasn't late into its life, it's got the black grid packaging rather than the blue Mega Drive look that it would later get. So yeah. Okay. Dragon's Fury, a pinball game, which apparently has really amazing music. That's all I've got to say about that. Okay. Panic, Pac-Man's little, like, falling block puzzle game, and it's really damn good. I enjoyed it. Okay. Mega Games. This is just, like, what's on this? We got Columns, we got Italia 90, and we got Super Hang-On. In fact, don't I have Super Hang-On somewhere? I think it is in here somewhere. We'll see in a minute anyway, shall we? Lemmings. Everybody knows Lemmings. You know Lemmings, I know Lemmings. Fucking Lemmings. Here we go. Urban Strike, which is actually called the sequel to Jungle Strike, and I think that was Desert Strike that I pulled out earlier, was it? Did I even like say the name of the game when I was talking about it? Bubsy. This game's not terrible. It's okay. It's not that bad. Okay. Echo Tides of Time, the sequel to Echo the Dolphin. I've never played this one actually. I don't have a big reason as to why, I just never. Mind you, I can't say I've actually properly beaten Echo the Dolphin 1 either. Right. Almost there, guys. Right, here we are. Shining Force 2, the best in the series as far as I'm concerned, and one of my big favourites. Actually, I should just put it to the side. Vector Man. Red Zone. I actually picked this up after seeing it on GameSack. The thing that people apparently really gravitate towards with this game is how technically impressive it is. It even has FMV in a Mega Drive game. Sort of. Go watch the intro on YouTube. You'll get what I mean. Okay. Yeah, here we go. Super Hang-On. I own this game separately to the Mega Games. Super Thunderblade, game of my childhood, really like it. It's a sort of like, almost like Space Harrier in the sense that you're constantly going forward, but you're a helicopter shooting down other shit. Alien Storm, another like sort of beat 'em up game. It's got some like cool shooting sections in between missions, to be fair. But even Golden Axe I feel like is a lot better than this one. I don't know, it's alright. But I'd much rather play Golden Axe, and I would definitely much rather play Streets of Rage. Eternal Champions, fighting game. But not too much to say on it, really. Do people like that game? I can't actually tell, because it gets talked about a lot, but I seem to hear as much people thinking it's amazing as I do hear people saying it's awful. I really don't know. I should probably play it and make up my own mind. Oh, I've got this. Surprised they even got that like released in Europe too, actually. Speedball 2. What even is this game? I don't know, but Speedball. Right, is this the last one? This is the last one. And it's Aero the Acrobat, a shit mascot game, so. That was that, guys. Fuck, I've done my back in here. Oh. Okay, I really can't like sit here for too long. Okay, I'm gonna have to rethink this. Anyway, that's that. Those are the Mega Drive games. Yeah, there's like 102. I think it's 102. Oh, fucking you count. See you after. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.